my computer died right as I was setting everything up, so we're good. There we go. All right. Welcome, everyone. How's everyone enjoying this nice weather? I mean, it's a little rainy, a little overcast, but it's actually above like 40, so I'm happy. So, we are the Greater Milwaukee Knitting Guild. Welcome. So, I thought this was this is not our mission, but to bring together knitters and fiber artists of all skill level to share knowledge, celebrate creativity, and build lasting community. Okay, so we meet the second Tuesday of the month, except for January and July. Guess what? Next month is July. So we have no meeting next month. So we meet here at the Wauwatosa Library. We have show and tell, guest speakers, group knitting, which you're doing right now, and we have a Q&A sometimes when we have a speaker. Are you up for a Q&A, Martha?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, State Fair judging event. We have, actually, I'll let Karen talk about the State Fair. She is our State Fair chair.
We have the ribbons now. I need the ones that I gave you.
Okay, yep, I have.
But the trophy ribbons that we got from the trophy store, that's no longer in business on Greenfield. So we found a pattern on YouTube.
And a microphone.
I made the ribbons, and then we got those nice little printed things that say Milwaukee Knitting Guild $50 cash award. So we are giving three $50 prizes. And I would really, really love to see some of our knitting guilds enter in those categories.
Awesome.
One is I mean, it's too late to enter now, but next
What
year.
are the categories that we're sponsoring?
What, shawl, little child, 6 to 12, sweater and hat, and first time ever knitted item. So 3.
Yep.
So that's that. Now I have also formed for volunteering for State Fair. This is a fun activity that we've done in the past. We volunteer there's a 3-hour time in the morning and a 3-hour time in the afternoon. And if you can't stay the full 3 hours, we can make some kind of accommodation, but it usually works out to be fun. You knit in the sheep barn, right by the little store that's called Just For You, that sells wool products. So we want everyone to knit with wool, and there will be a spinner spinning, and the camaraderie with the spinners is great too. But it's a lot of fun, and people come through and we talk to them, and the little kids say, "What are you doing?" We're knitting, try knitting. And
what happens to the wool?
right, yeah, it's good that they hear that story. So it's fun. So here's the sheet. Please pass it around.
All right, I will start it in the front.
Is that any particular day of the fair, or is that every day?
I talked with State Fair. They said there's no limit. I've got all 11 days listed from the 6th through the.
And just, if you want to sign up, you can.
I forgot the last date, but 13th, I think.
But
I have them all listed there.
They do send you a wristband for admission to
They send
the.
you this wristband so you can get in free and a
And
property
parking.
tax.
Yep. So I signed up one year and then I got shingles, so I didn't end up going. So unfortunately, but so State Fair judging day that's not right. That's not August 6th. Sorry,
No, the State Fair judging day is the 25th.
5th of June, right?
Right.
And I'm planning on going this year. I don't think I'll stay the whole time, but some people just come, we hang out, maybe grab lunch, all those things. Or bring a sack lunch. You don't have to go out.
Right, it's fun and interesting to hear what the judges say too. So if you can make that day even for a little while, I think it's worthwhile.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it's free.
And it's free, yes.
Parking is free too. Yes. Yes.
Do you know when the military day is at the fair?
Not offhand, I know.
Yeah, It is, I think it's like a Thursday or Wednesday or something like that,
I did see it. It is this year.
yeah. We look at that for my husband. So, okay, so what's on your needles? We have member project spotlights coming in the newsletter. I asked everyone to kind of send me a letter or a picture of what's on your needles this summer. You can email it to my email that was in the newsletter. And I got a couple submissions already, so I'd love to see what you're knitting this summer and where you're knitting this summer. If you're knitting on your porch, your cozy chair, maybe by the pool, I don't know, where do you knit? So, all right, but right now I want to introduce our, well, we have our budget update. I'll let you read that. I think that is not right either, I think. But anyway, sorry, this is just a mess today. I was in a hurry. I let AI do my work and I shouldn't have. But anyway, so we'll just ignore all those slides. We do have elections coming up tonight, but we're gonna let Martha speak first. Martha is a yarn bomber. Probably shouldn't say that too loud. But she has a lot of fun with yarn all around Milwaukee, and she is going to show us some pictures about her work, how she gets some of her ideas, all those things. And she looks a little nervous right now. But let's welcome Martha Lund.
Thank you. That's kind of funny when you say the yarn bomber, because I had a little experience with getting okays to do things in the county parks, and I would type something to the whoever executor that would tell me it's okay to do it, and I would type in yarn bomb. And sometimes there weren't answers right away because you know it was flagged and somebody had to look at that. So I learned to separate the words so it's not all the same. Yes, I'm from Bayview and most of my work is in Bayview. I've done a few installations in a museum up in West Bend, the Museum of Wisconsin Art. And during their chalk festival, 3 years I did a show there. Otherwise, Bayview, if there's some place that I can knit and throw it on something, I'll do it. This was my very first time that I did an installation, and I just had a knee replacement, and I was there at the physical therapy, and then somebody introduced me to the yarn bobbing on the internet. So I went on there, and I thought, oh, that looks like fun. I was tired of knitting sweaters and everything else, and so let me try that. Do you mind if I use your railing? So that's kind of how it started that, because when you knit bomb, you need a structure of something to hold it, to give it some support. And so this railing was fine, and each time I would knit bomb, I would learn something. So this very first one was a simple design, and I stuffed it with plastic bags that you get at the grocery store to give it some oomph. I didn't want to spend all that money to have really poly in them. And I actually, which you can't see, that's what I learned. You need bright colors no matter where you put it on. And I used a dark green, and I made grass on every single one of these. And you can't even see it. and I had to sew that on. It took me days to sew it on. So if you ever do any knit bombing, remember that. The brighter the better, the cheaper the yarn, the better. And I'll give you a little close-up. And there, that was. So I made some snakes and some bumblebees. And you can see a little bit now of the grass on the close-up of it. So that was my very first one. So my physical therapist was really patient with me, and a year later then, the next summer, he would let me put up another one.
Oh, how great.
And this is on the corner of Beecher and KK. A nice busy road so people could see it. And I called this lake Fishigan. And I love my dogfish and my catfish. And in the middle, I have guppies, a school of guppies. And then the other ones are just something you might dream up. So I'm not sure how big that display was, but 30 feet maybe, something like that. Yeah, a lot of yarn. Here's one of my dogfish. He's got his tongue hanging out.
I have a question.
Yes,
Did you make the ruffles?
yes, yes, I made them for the waves, to simulate some waves, and then I made a white cap. Literally. And then the next year I did bikes.
Oh my God.
And I had 7 of them up of different colors. And this one made the Milwaukee Journal. It was in the journal for this one. And that was quite a project because I didn't have 7 bikes. And so I would, put something online, like looking for bikes that you have stuck in your garage that nobody rides anymore, and so some family and friends gave me a bike, and so it grew. And I would always try to time it that I would be done when Bayview Gallery Night, so it would be something when people are running around Bayview looking at art that they would be able to come and see.
I'm just curious, how long did it take you to knit that one bike?
It probably took 3 weeks to a month. I start usually in January, and I have to be done by Memorial Day usually. So, but I would say 3 weeks.
Impressive.
And I knit every day, all day. Crazy, crazy.
Do you knit the pieces flat or, and then sew them on?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, you get your gauge. And that's one thing about it, it doesn't have to fit perfectly because knitting is so flexible. You need it tight enough that it doesn't droop, but then it stretches, like you need to get a little, one tire might be a little bigger than the next, and so you kind of stretch it over, and then I sewed it around the inside and then just crocheted on the spokes.
Oh my gosh.
Did you have a tire like on your couch, like just holding it, or did you do it like actually on the bike?
No, I would have a tire off, and I'm doing it, I'm not sure.
It's-
Oh, I'm looking back there, I don't see anybody's
I
mouth
can just
moving.
imagine you holding like a tire.
A
in
tire,
your lap.
yeah. Yeah, it was difficult. And then this one, can't quite see, but I had a life-size, bigger than life-size person there, that's me, simulated, that I'm knitting. And the yarn's going down to the heart. And then I had a big BV for Bayview. And this is the iconic places in Bayview. My husband made big, I think 36 inch squares for me to, it's applique, I would knit a background and then I would applique a scene. So like that would be Humboldt Park. And this was a house in Bayview that a man actually had a great big rose painted on the front of his house. And I thought that was cool. And then the high rise at the end of the home. And then there were 7 pictures. They weren't all captured, but there were 7. Like I did South Shore, the Hone, more iconic places. And then I got tired of the railing, so I had to. So I had to move on. So then I contacted the county to ask if I could do something. I live by Humboldt Park. could I do something there, and the likelihood of something to do would be the benches. So I did 3 benches, as you can see, the different colors. I love working with color. This really gets me going and turned on. I can make the same pattern but use the different colors, the contrasting. I really like that.
How long do they, let you keep that up?
When I do something at Humboldt, they let me keep it up from Memorial Day to Labor Day. And also a note, on something like that, I can take off, wash it up, and rip it apart, and I make scrap blankets out of them. You'll be so surprised. It of course bleaches out somewhat, but you'd be surprised when you rip it apart. It's really just a dot that's hit, the top dot hits the sun, and it's all beautiful yarn underneath. And again, I mean, you're talking solid acrylic and cheap, you know. But they make great blankets for, like I'm working on a scrap blanket there.
Do you know how many yards like have gone into projects?
No, not a clue. I just, you know, to my husband, I have to go to the, you know, Michael's or Joann's and you get some yarn and need more. And with all that mixture of colors, you didn't have to worry so much about the color code, you know, so that you don't have to match perfectly like you would in a sweater or something. Whoops.
Do people sit on them or do they avoid them?
Both. I need to back up, I get. Oh, maybe it's gone. I had a thing there.
Pom-poms along the top?
I'm sorry.
Do you have pom-poms along the
That's
top?
what I did. I did pom-poms along the top.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have called me. Do you want to back up, or did you want?
You can, put that back up if you would.
This one?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
And I did have some nasty comments, and it just cracks me up when you show this on the internet, you know, how the people come out of the woodwork and, you know, what a waste of time, what a waste of money, what a waste of, you're wasting yarn, and I do try to reuse it, you know. And I did have vandalism on this, and actually the one before with the giant girl that was knitting, I did have problems. People in the first week, every day I had to go down and reset her head. They were trying to rip her head off. So I took her down eventually. It just didn't work, but I left everything else up. And this, towards the end, I had it up like Memorial Day, but school wasn't out yet. And we have schools right around, and a lot of the kids might have had a half day at school, so they would congregate down at the park. And they would come, and they like to rip the pom-poms apart. So I did have to stay on top of it and go down and redo some things, you know. But it's to be expected, I guess. Okay, on this one, I did a promotion on the tennis courts that said Chill on the Hill. You've heard of Chill on the Hill in Humboldt Park? So that was the promotion there. And I made musical notes, and I had a great big chill on the hill, and my flowers, and which turned out really good. I used hoops. I'd go to the dollar store. They had some really cheap hoops, and I would use. They had hangers too, like the big daisy. You know, I would crunch up a hanger and then just cover it with knitting, and then hook it together. And I use a lot of pool noodles. When you see something like the note, that's what's holding that one firm, is the pool noodles. Yeah, let's see. So I touched that pad, I think that's what happens.
No.
Yeah, I kinda lost it. Let's see. Can I just touch the picture, the next picture maybe?
I don't think it's touchscreen, but I think you just.
my palm, when I go to
okay.
touch it,
Yeah.
goes,
No, we're on this one.
yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, and this one was, I was advertising the next summer for Jazz at the Vine. And this part was like what they use in their promotion, this is their design, and I just copied it. And then I filled it in with polka dots of different, sorts, and a little bird, and horn playing with musical notes coming out. And like I learned my lesson, as other ones, if I had something black up there, you wouldn't see it at all. So then I did a background of the white so you would see it. And that was a nice big display. Okay, and this one, the big statue that I had that was me on the other one, I took her clothes off. And I made a new, a witch for their pumpkin pavilion that they have every year. And so she does her duty down there, and then she comes home and she's on my front porch. So this is new her. I always called my old one old her. So this is new her. And then I had a stint up at the museum. And this is where I got involved in sticks, knit bombing sticks. I went crazy with this. They wanted me to do the trees. They had a grove out there, and I go, oh, that takes so long to do, and it wouldn't make the impression I wanted it to, and you'd have to sew it on, just too much for 3 days or something, So, I made over 30 sticks, and these are some samples of my sticks. I did all kinds of it. There's my pine tree one. And whenever, to this day, I go someplace with my husband and I go, ooh, look at those sticks. I said, there's a nice pile of sticks. Can we throw some in the back? So the kids know, keep mom informed if there's any sticks laying around. And this one was a beautiful tulip that turned out, and that was a 3-pronged stick. So there's a stick in the middle holding that flower up. And these, I did buttons on them. I did wooden buttons and plastic buttons, and you see my funny face. Each one, it was like a challenge to me to work with the colors and to come up with a different idea with each one. And it worked really, really well. And now at home, I have paintings in my house that I match up a stick. And I have a stick by my painting in my house. And some really look nice. Then I got into soft sculpture. And I made some fish and put them on a log. And then I was invited up to the Art Garage in Green Bay to display these 2 bikes. These 2 bikes I had on display at the museum in West Bend. And here's some more of my sticks. And those are kind of like from a sumac, and it had all the gnarly things out of it. And so I connected them, and they look like flames, like it's a big flaming stick. Yeah. Okay, and it comes to this year. This is what I have at Humboldt Park now. It was a collaborative with other artists that were interested in my area. And the first one's not shown here, but it has the theme, what it was nature in the park. And so then this was part of my Bayview one when I had the pictures on the railing there. So I used that again, and then I made some cattails to go with it. And then fish, I have a thing with fish. And I had a, which you don't see very well, but I made a little fish hook with a worm on it. So I had 3 in that one, and then other artists came. A friend did this one, and then 3 other young girls came and did these. And this was a good symbol for Humboldt Park, because we have a lot of cattails and the black, red-winged blackbirds. And of course, nature, she's gonna come back and add a few more. She just wasn't quite done when we put them up. And this one is different. It's out of burlap and knitting. And she has pockets there, and she calls it her trinket tree. And she would like kids and things find something special, a rock or a stick. I have to find a stick for it. And can put it in her pockets there that she has. So that was kind of a cute idea for maybe a mom or a grandparents could bring the kids to find things to put in the pockets.
Is it hard for you to keep a deadline to know when they have to be finished? Do you ever run into, is it stressful when you have the idea? Or?
No, not starting in January. and I really, it consumes me. I just,
Okay.
you know, it's like going to work every day. I start knitting.
Where do you store all of this?
Well, upstairs in my closet. The ones that I did at Humboldt, they are theirs to use. Like the Chill on the Hill, I said, this is yours. If you want these, you can have them. I took them home because I was going to do something else to them because I wanted to save the color on them. So I was thinking about spraying them with a polyurethane, but I didn't do it. So, in the jazz, I told them also that it was theirs, and they could have them, or I could keep them, whichever they wanted. They ended up at my house. But he's gonna use them for the 4th of July float for the summer to promote, to use them again.
Do you have a big house?
No. Not at all, but it's just my husband and I, and so it's
Do you
there's a bathroom that should be there that never got finished, so it's now the closet. I can do my knit bomb stuff in it. So I think that's it, guys. If there's any other questions.
How do you come up with your ideas of what you wanna make?
By looking at artwork, looking at Pinterest. I try not to copy people, but it inspires me, you know, that there's something that I want to do, so I go with it. And like I said too, the color, it just gets me excited. And those sticks get me excited, and so then I'll do it. But it's whatever, you know, art that you look at, you kind of just take away something from it, so, yeah.
What happens when it gets really rainy and they get waterlogged?
If it's tight enough on the item, they're fine. It doesn't matter, it just washes right off and it's not a big deal. But they said, like you can see, she didn't anchor it very well on the blue, so it's draping from the rain. So you gotta, we use zip ties and zip it.
So like on the benches, how long does that take for them to dry before somebody gets a squishy butt sitting on it?
Yeah, well, I mean, somebody would have to touch that to make sure it isn't before they, but, yeah, but they're right out in the sun, so they dry fairly quickly, you know, but if it's a rainy day, yeah, you might not wanna sit on it, but even if it was just wood, you know, there, they wouldn't wanna sit on it, so, yeah.
So what's your favorite needle size?
Yeah, good question.
Probably like an 8 or a 9. And I knit, well, you know, the difference in the knitting and crocheting. I crochet and I knit. But everything I do is a simple stitch. I only use single crochet, and I know just the basics in knitting, but I can use what I know to do what I gotta do. And that's fun. That's the part that's fun too, is how can I do this? This is my idea. And I remember I think what got me going on the sticks is when I go on Pinterest and I see all these beautiful painted sticks that people do and things, and the yard poles and things, and I'm thinking, okay, how can I knit that? How can I, transfer that to use my knitting skill? So. Yes?
Just sitting here, I just see so much joy
Oh.
being expressed by you, and I see this like energy that's just kind of grown, and it's occupying you and making you really happy to
Yes.
share something novel, special, unique, and
Thank you.
And then to show this one that other artists have joined you with that, it's kind of like your flock is coming along with it.
Yeah.
This is just a really neat
Yeah.
way to express what I'm feeling, what the moment holds for me, and
Yeah.
it's like, I think all of us just kind of need to keep
Yeah.
above everything and I have a distraction and then share this distraction.
Yeah.
And have it be interpreted however by other people, and that I'm just walking away tonight
Oh.
seeing this, and it's just and
Oh,
thinking
thank
it's
you,
just a
thank
beautiful
you.
gift.
I had a very nice text the other day from the person, I don't know what you call it, the maintenance man from Humboldt Park. He texted me a note and says, I look forward every year what you will do. The maintenance man. And he says, so he congratulated me on another year of.
You know, when I hear the term yarn bombing, I think of people wrapping yarn around trees. I never thought of it like this.
Yes, that's true, that's
Yeah.
true.
So it's an education.
Yeah. Anything you want to, even in my house. I don't wanna get too crazy, but, yes.
So everyone, the pictures look nice here, you gotta go see it. It's on the tennis court,
Yeah,
as you can
at
see,
Humboldt.
near the vine. It is worth the trip to Humboldt Park to see it. She could talk about it and everything, but until you get there and see,
Yeah.
and she talks about simple stitches, they are, but it's different to get there and actually
Yeah,
see it.
thank you. Yes,
It's
yeah.
just breathtaking and amazing.
It's, when you think about it, those panels, everybody had a panel to do, they're 9 feet by 9 feet panels to fill, so when you make things, you gotta be giant and big, but, so I do have some samples here of some of my sticks, and I have been making, fish flags. I have some bright colored ones, it's the only one I had left at home. I have some bright colored ones that are flopping out of my flagpole. And I'm tried, like I was saying, I thought maybe, I saw another artist that spray painted with acrylic and to make it last longer. I won't be able to reuse it in a blanket. But something like this is gonna be out, and I had it out all winter, I spray painted it, so it's a test run. I'm doing a test run to see how well that does hold the color on what I do. So
How much do you have to think about like different angles that people will see it from?
I don't think of it at all. I just look at what I'm gonna put it on, and I'm gonna go, can they see this? Is this a good spot for it to be seen, tennis court, you just put it where the busiest road might be, So, that's
Do
about
you
it.
take a break in summer from knitting?
Actually, yarn, I'm using all my yarn, little yarn balls as a scrap blanket, but I still do it, but, yeah, I need to get off my butt, I know. I used to
what's
bike.
next?
That's a good question, I don't know. I hate that when things are done and you go, okay, what am I gonna do now? I gotta do something, But it is very intensive to put up, and I don't have the strength to do that anymore. And so in the past 3 years, I've had to have the kids, my kids and grandchildren come to help. And my husband, he can't do it anymore. So to go climb a ladder to be, 9 feet, 10 feet tall, I'm not doing it anymore. So So I have to come up with something different, you know. And where could I sell them? Like if I made, like my fish, do something like that again, like I had fish sculptures and things. Where could I take them to be sold? Even, you know, I tried it on Etsy, but it didn't get any hits. Got to see it in person. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see
Farmers
what the
market.
next
Farmer's market.
farmers market. Yeah, or have, I guess, one of those booths get up some inventory of fish flags and things like that, and maybe I could do that also.
Or even somebody that has already a booth with produce, just say, do you wanna hang some of these here? And here's my card, if anybody wants to, you know, they might just, for a decoration, to have people stop and pay
That's true.
attention to their spot.
Yeah, that's true.
I bet you could do pretty well at Chill on the Hill.
Yeah.
You know, there your stuff's right there.
Yeah, and, you know, I don't know on the side of that, like, selling with the county approved that and have to go jump through hoops on that too, so. That's what I thought, I kind of pictured myself down there with my 30 sticks. $10 stick. So, I don't know.
So do you have a collection of blank sticks at home, or do you get them right away?
My big ones are all taken, but I do have a vase of sticks, just in case I want to do something, like maybe a wreath. You've seen those stick wreaths? I could do something like that.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, always thinking.
I can see the wheels.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everybody.
Well, wasn't that inspiring? For sure.
On behalf of the guild, we have a little thank you for you.
Thank you very much. Nice. Thanks, everybody. All right. So we're gonna go without slides tonight because they're just bad. But anyway, so we'll do our quick business meeting right now. Let's see. Do we want to do committee reports first? We'll start with committee warmth. Your heavy blanket.
Thanks, Bernie. I didn't have slides anyway, so you're not missing anything. Tonight we are wrapping up the Knitted Knockers drive. If anybody forgot theirs at home or whatever, let me know, and we can either coordinate a drop-off time or something. But I'll be taking those to the hospital. I think it's St. Luke's cancer facility that we were partnered with by the Knitted Knockers organization. So I'll be taking them there. We, I think, have about 23 pairs through our drive this year. And so after this, or starting right now, we're gonna switch over to making items for Street Angels for the next quarter. They would love to have things like blankets or sleeping mats, hats, socks, washcloths, soap sacks, even with or without soap is fine. They will take almost anything that we want to make with love. So they don't always take items like hats and cold weather accessories because they don't want to store them all year. But since we're going to be wrapping up the drive in September, October time, that's kind of like the perfect time for them to start getting those items and be able to hand them out for winter preparation. I think that's all I had. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
We already heard from State Fair, membership, we had an update, we had how many members, Mary Pat? It was.
Well, there were 33 today, and then I think 77 at least.
Okay. Okay.
76.
Alright, so 76 members, we're growing. It's been up and down, but we're getting there. Alright, and then, yes.
There's just one other thing, can I speak to the other matter with, the newsletter item?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll let people know. Sabina Fettig and myself have been thinking of a way to help us get to know each other by face and name and put them together, and, we're always looking for new newsletter ideas, so we were just wondering, we're planning, and we're gonna do this, and as many of you wanna come along for the ride, that's fine. We're gonna have a little byline in every newsletter of maybe one or two members, depending on what the interest is. And you can submit a photo of yourself, and there's gonna be like 3 or 4 kind of surprise questions, just so that we can get to know you and remember who you are. And, the questions will not be the same every single month and for every single person, but then we would just communicate by email responses. And it's totally your choice if you wanna do this or not, as an individual, but hopefully some of us will come along, and we hope you'll like quick open up your newsletter and go and read the questions. Some will have some humor, and some will, just be genuinely about things that are important to you about knitting, but very short little answers. We wanted something to fill, as a filler, that we can count on having. Also, I know people's names for their name tags, but I don't always remember who you are, and sometimes if we have something to touch about that person, we might hang on to it a little bit more strongly, so. I'll put a sheet of paper, and if you wanna be one of the people on this, and you can contact us anytime throughout the year, and we'll add you to the list, and eventually you'll be included. So, and then we'll just put a spot on there that you would be willing to share a photo, or you would be willing to do the survey questions. Quick and easy,
Right,
okay?
awesome. Thank you, Mary Pat, I think that's a great idea, yes.
I forgot to say something. There's yarn in the bag.
Okay.
If people need stuff to make things.
Okay, so yes, there's yarn in the bag if you need, yarn to make a hat, or a fish, or,
Cover a stick.
cover a stick, any of those things. And then I think the next thing on our agenda is really just elections, right? Do you?
Social media, so, I mean, as a VP, I don't have anything to say, but, I do have the Instagram site back up. And I am trying to, and I have linked it to the Facebook, but I can't get into the Facebook site to make any changes, but I can send the Instagram stuff over there.
Okay.
So I am posting there, so if there's anything you ever want me to post there, just send me an email.
Alright, perfect. Maybe we'll pop up some of those, where are you knitting and what are you knitting?
Yeah.
Pictures this summer. So, so yes.
And don't we have a, Saturday, June 13th, this Saturday?
Yes, this
At Cudahy
Saturday.
Public Library is a chat and knit?
It's a chat and knit, it's Knit in Public Day. If someone can look up those hours, that would be great. Can you look those up on your phone? Alright, perfect. I think it's like 10 to.
It's like 12 to 4.
12 to 4, okay. I will be in Michigan, unfortunately, so I will not be there this weekend, but, yeah. It's my dad's 80th birthday, can you believe it? So, we are not throwing a party, but I am driving home to surprise him, so. Alright. Alright, so elections. How have we done this in the past? Because I have not been in charge of elections before. Does anyone remember?
Usually the nominating committee talks about the positions and
Okay.
who is like nominated or whatever for each.
Okay. Who was on, it was Sabina, and who else was on the nominating?
I was sitting right there. I can say that we were not able to find anyone for education, and it turns out
been anyone on education for 5 years, so 6 years, so maybe we don't need education. Or if anyone, is there anyone here who is dying to be part of the education committee? And I don't even know what they do. So, otherwise, we've found somebody to run for vice president. I thought you were coming back as president.
I am coming back as president.
And help me with who else is coming back.
So Sabina is coming back as secretary.
Yeah.
And then, Crystal, are you coming back as?
Yes.
Yes. Crystal is going to be our treasurer again,
Okay.
and then, she's up for nomination. Do we have to nominate?
Do we have to nominate? Can we just say these are the people who
Well,
you to
we
do
probably
it?
should vote. We just have a record of that.
Okay, I think everybody should stand up, I mean,
Okay.
let's be handing, everybody knows.
Some new people.
And tell what
So-
you're running, what your position is.
So I'm Courtney Horine. I am running again for president, for another year. And then, Erica Hickman is stepping down for president, but she is taking over our
Publicity communications,
newsletter.
website.
Will you do the newsletter too, or is
Yeah,
that just a-
newsletter, website, and
Okay.
social media.
Okay. That's great.
And Marcia, you need to say your name.
Marcia Anderson, volunteered to run as a vice president. And then are you membership?
Yes, I'm Mary Pat McGurk, and I'm going to do membership another year.
And Sabina has agreed to remain as treasurer?
Yes.
No,
Secretary. Oh, okay, so stand up treasurer. I almost got your job to somebody else. Say your name one more time.
Crystal.
Becker. Okay.
And Jade.
And we were not able to find anybody to head community warmth, so.
So if you're interested in helping us with our charity, projects, see one of the board members, when people standing. And then Karen Lemmer, will be state fair again.
Okay, thank you.
And so,
And Jade. It's Jane. With
Oh,
Molly.
yeah, who does
Jade and
events
Molly.
or?
oh,
programs?
Molly, and then, Jane, Kevin. Jade. We'll be doing events again, so programming events. So they find speakers, they help plan our knit and chats, they run, other events. We're looking at having a retreat next year, so, stick around, please. And, we're gonna have a fun year. We
So
are
I,
having a fun year.
so I so move that the slate that you've now presented, that we accept you, and I so move that that's the nominating committee's job is done, now you have to see if
Okay.
everybody agrees.
So,
I second the motion?
you second the motion? Okay. And then, everyone in favor, is that how we do it? Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Okay. So I'm president again.
We do.
Yeah, we have a quorum, Mary Pat made sure. Okay, any show and tell tonight? Anyone have some fun projects that they wanna share with the group?
Show my.
Yeah, I would love to hear about your sweater.
This is my sweater.
Sure is.
That's pretty.
On the catwalk.
I knitted this actually last summer, this is the first time I've actually worn it. I'm not used to wearing things short. And so it's a Barocco, pattern called Vincas, V-I-N-C-A-S. And, I knitted it with, Kobu. It's a cotton bamboo. And it washes up really nice. It doesn't get too stretched out or anything. But when I was knitting with it, I found that it tended to split really easily when I I had to watch when I was knitting, but other than that, I really liked it,
Is
so.
it cotton?
Yeah, it's like 50% cotton, or it might be 60-40.
Okay.
But it's really soft. It's really nice on your hands. Instead of, like 100% cotton can really dry your hands out.
Yeah.
This wasn't too bad because of the bamboo that was in it.
Nice.
I've worn this before, but I'll do show and tell on my sweater. This is the Anchor Summer Shirt by Petite Knit, and I knitted also out of cotton linen yarn. It's Lion Brand Touch of Linen. It comes in several colors, but I chose boring gray. Because it goes with everything, you know. And so it's a very easy pattern, lots of ribbing. So if you don't like ribbing, don't do this shirt. But it's very easy to fit, and it fits really well. Like for a round yoke, I really liked it. So anyway, that's my sweater that I'm wearing. Anyone else for show and tell? Are you doing socks? Are you kitchenering them right now?
Yeah, she's got a story behind these. They're only 8 years old.
They're only. I mean, that's a young. I mean.
I got to the
it's-
part where you start the heel, and I'm like, I am
She
not.
chickened out.
I'm not a sock maker. So, and then I thought, if I make it into a hat, all of the self-striping is gone.
Yeah.
So, hence it went to Anna.
They're done. They're done now. Okay. One step. You guys still got the second one.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love the collaboration there. That really takes some teamwork to get projects finished. It's like our unfinished symphonies that Jane did this year with all of our projects that are unfinished in my whole bin of unfinished projects. So, oh,
I found it.
you found it. Okay. Do you want to come up here? Or do you want me to bring the mic back?
I come.
Okay.
This is my walk today.
Okay.
Okay. This is the Cygnus shawl by Amy Christoffers. And I bought this yarn online during COVID. And I thought I'd make a shawl with it. And I went to make this pattern, and I knew I wasn't gonna have enough to make it, so I made some revisions with it to make kind of like a split a square in half to end up in the middle. And I was thinking about entering into the state fair, but guess what? I ran out of yarn right here. So this is my secret, but I'm not ashamed or anything about it. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. And it was the first mosaic shawl I've made. I've done it in some socks and things like that.
It looks like it should almost be reversible.
Yeah, it is kind of, there's a shadow effect. And I kind of like that with mosaic, it might not look nice on the other side. And this one did turn out looking pretty sharp.
My mother always said any, problem on knitting, it lets the evil spirits out.
Yes, that reminds me of that. And you know what, I really wasn't expecting to enter into the state fair for a shawl because there are so many shawls that get entered. It's not a good category normally to enter into it because the chances of
Very special.
winning, but I really like it, and my husband kind of picked out my outfit. Having to use those socks. I was only gonna wear one white sock, he says, I have to put 2 white socks. But it's fun to do, and it,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah. It's a beautiful shawl. I love making shawls, not necessarily finishing them, but I like making them. So, and on that note, do we have anyone else for show and tell? Karen Lemon.
Not show and tell, but I just have an announcement.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone was contacted by Carly Whale from the Charles Ellis Art Museum.
Yes.
That's on Prospect Avenue, 1801. And she told me that they're having a fiber festival on July 11th from 12 to 4. And she wanted to see if
we would wanna have some knitters there to knit, and they're gonna have weaving, spinning, and they wanted knitting. So I said I would go, but maybe somebody else would like to come too.
Yeah,
I'm
You're
gonna be
planning on
involved
being
in
there?
that. Yeah, I'm gonna have my nip on bikes there.
oh, awesome.
So,
Well, if you wanna see the Nip on Bikes in person,
Good, what time?
Good.
What, did you give the
I
time?
What
said
time?
12 to 4
12 to 4
on July 11th.
on July 11th.
Please let me know because, well, or let Carly know, because she wants to have tables for us and chairs
Okay.
and
All right, we'll send out an email, and have people sign off that way.
Okay,
And
good.
create an event on the website. You have a sock?
Yeah, my beautician is a Wicked fan.
Oh,
I
beautiful.
got, Susan let me use her sock machine to see if I really liked it. So I did like it, and, I'm gonna give these to her just because she loves Wicked.
Oh, there you go.
And it has sparkles in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
sparkles are the best. I love sparkle socks. I love knitting socks. I did my first afterthought heel.
Oh, isn't it fabulous?
Yeah, I felt fancy. Let me tell ya. Anyway, all right. Well, with that, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Oh, question.
Oh, yes.
We're not meeting in July.
We are not meeting in July, so don't show up in July. We are taking July off.
And what date is our August meeting?
It's the second Tuesday. I do not know that date.
You know, there's
The
a
11th.
primary that day.
Oh, there is a primary that day.
So have you checked, that means we're not.
Here. Okay. We will communicate in the newsletter what our plan is, because I don't know.
Because they may not have called you, but there's a
Yeah.
primary day.
Okay.
We'll
Okay.
still have a July newsletter.
Yeah, we'll still have a July newsletter, just not a July meeting. So watch the newsletter, for the plan for August.
Is August 11th?
And, we will,
Are you sure?
we might meet in my backyard, we don't know yet, so. But I'm sure no one wants to drive down to Oak Creek either. Okay, so a motion to adjourn. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I second.
You second? All right, meeting adjourned. Please help with tables and chairs.